G'day everyone, Greg here from the BNSF Birdwood subdivision, and welcome back to the layout. Well, as you can see, we're mucking around with seafoam trees, or supertrees as they're also called. Due to them being real plants, they pose a real biological threat and must be quarantined and sterilised before entering the country, which makes them harder to get here. But I did find a company in the UK that imports them to Australia. Now I have to admit, straight out of the box, these things look pretty amazing, and all they need is a bit of a paint on the trunk and the branches with some brown spray paint, and these things are almost ready to go, once you straighten the trunks of course. The next thing was to decide what type of flock to use, and the small ones up the top right, I actually use static grass, and this works really well for small to medium sized trees. There are literally dozens of videos on the internet telling you how to flock these trees, what type of flock to use, but I think I'll be going for actual leaves and maybe a small fine grass turf. But that's coming up in a video shortly. If you're modelling an arid or an Australian outback scene, these trees fit in almost perfectly. A pair of Kato ST70 Max blast out of the tunnel. The lead unit has separate ditch, number board and headlights, and I'll be doing that to all my Kato units, and it really makes them pop, and the ability just to leave the number boards on I think is pretty cool. This small tree is a piece I broke off from one of the larger trees and coated it with static grass and painted the trunk. Now while they may look fantastic and super detailed, the seafoam trees are not the answer to everything, as they're all roughly the same size and have rather skinny trunks. So while they are great, they're not the only tree I think you should be putting on your layout. This pair of Proto 2000 GP30s are over 20 years old and have details that rival many models today, and will be featuring in an upcoming video.